The snow is melting.
Fuck snow. We don't need it.
The sun is out longer.
Sun's okay. It's fine.
Winter has come to an end.
Yeah, fuck winter. We don't need it. We don't need no winter.
And we are the Protagonist seat, and this is the last episode of Winter 2019.
Yes,
I don't know when the actual first day of spring is, so it might not be the last actual episode of Winter 2019, but it is the last of the winter season.
I'm pretty sure winter's over, I think.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What did the groundhog say?
I didn't pay attention because I don't care.
We are archaic people that use an animal seeing its shadow as our method of determining seasons and time.
We use an animal combined with the positioning of the sun on a particular day.
Also, it's always fucking morning. Of course his shadow's gonna be in the same spot.
Yeah, it's gonna be super long too. Whatever. They don't get it. We get it though.
We get it.
Because I'm Ian.
And I'm Alex.
And this is the Protagonist seat.
Cue intro.
No, I can't do that. That's
that's
copyright. No copyrights. Don't copyright.
It's a
us.
cover.
Yeah, it's an a cappella cover. Dropping this year. So yeah.
So before we get to all the fun awards and all that good stuff,
we do still have a couple shows to talk about.
Yeah. First off being JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 5.
And boy, is it bizarre.
Well, what a wacky episode here, guys. Oh, it was so crazy, everything going on.
Didn't we... Well, first of all, we meet Trisha's stand, who actually, talks to her this episode, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, and then probably it's never going to do that again.
Probably not.
Yeah, Spice Lady.
I feel like last week we made jokes about it being...
spicy ladies.
Yeah. And, I mean, they basically did that.
Yeah. It's just remove the plural.
Yeah. It is a singular Spice Lady. Except it's not. It's Spice Girl.
And this episode... I actually like this episode because it made, Trish cool.
Yeah.
She, solves all that shit. And everyone's like, whoa!
Everyone's like, oh my god, Trish, you're so cool. How come we never knew you were this cool, Trish?
Yeah, basically her stand awakens and talks to her and calls out, saying to her, Trish, pick up the brooch. Trish.
Trisha.
Yeah, Trisha.
Save a giorno's hand.
Trish, you got to save a giorno's hand.
It's because they're Italian.
Yeah, they're Italians.
They're Italian in this one. The most Italian
He's
name...
cooking up a spicy meatball.
The most Italian name I could possibly think of. Trish. Yeah, so she saves it from Notorious Big.
Yeah, and her stand power is she can make things all rubbery.
Yeah, she makes things all rubbery and soft.
And
like a bouncy castle.
Yeah, so every time Notorious Big tries to attack her, they just make the wall or door or whatever in front of her rubbery, so it just flings itself back.
She plays a purely defensive game until one point where her stand stabs the shit out of it with a hanger.
Yeah.
And well, it's a bar in the closet. She takes it and she stabs it, and she thinks it dies.
Yeah, but instead it goes to the engine and then starts eating the engine and
suddenly it is the whole plane. All of a sudden it's just everything now.
And Bruno, after he's like, Trish, quick, or slowly.
Slow.
Yes, Trish, slow.
Like a slug.
Come here, but careful. Just don't even look behind you. And then she notices it's taking over the whole plane.
Because obviously she looks behind her.
And then she realizes the best plan is instead she runs. And he's like, Trish, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Have you gone mad?
I love this because there's, probably only between maybe 10 feet between these people. But there is enough time in this from Trish getting up and sprinting to the cockpit cabin, there's enough time for both of these people to have a full conversation about their plan. Like, I'm done doing that lame shit. I'm gonna run into the cabin because that's the best way, because I got this. But Trish, you're crazy. That thing matches speeds. Shut up, Bruno. Get into the cabin. It's fine. I got this. And then they get into the cabin.
And she makes it super elastic and stretchy, which forms like a parachute as they're falling.
Basically, her plan is to turn the cockpit into rubber and then detach it from the plane so the plane crashes into the ocean. Because you literally can't kill Notorious Big.
And as they send it towards the ocean, a little piece of it stuck behind. And in order to get rid of it, Bruno thinks about cutting off his arm. But then Abakio's like, wait, we can't fix that. Don't be crazy. But then Trish is like, and she pulls out Giorno's hand.
Yeah. And then she punches it off of Abakio's head, and it's just fine.
Yeah. I think Bruno actually does cut off his arm, though, so it, like, follows it down or something. Because it looks like he doesn't have an arm after.
I don't know, because I remember she does, like, a thing, and then it just kind of leaves, and everyone's like, oh!
Yeah, and then it ends up in the ocean, and it's stuck there forever because it follows the fastest thing, so it's constantly chasing the waves and the current.
It fights the ocean forever, and some boats, sometimes.
And it becomes a sea monster of legend around the area.
Yeah.
Which, if you think about that, it gets bigger the more stuff it attacks. That's actually terrifying.
And it's invisible to most people.
Yeah, because it's a stand, so everyone's like, oh, why ships just go missing around here?
That's weird. That is the scariest shit of all time.
Also, how is this thing part of the boss's elite guard? How does he control this thing?
He has to die to use it. So, like, I don't even know how you apply for that position. Like,
yeah.
Hold on.
How do you know what your stand does?
Hold on now. Boss, I know you're thinking that this stand power is useless, but I'm telling you, once I die, it's going to pop off. I'm like a tactical nuke.
Yeah, I'll just go and I'll just get killed, and then after that'll be the end of that. It's a one-time use thing.
And that's putting a lot of faith in just something some weird dude says.
Also, and then after it destroys the people it's supposed to, there's no one alive to make it stop.
Yeah.
It technically would go on forever.
Yeah. So I guess someday Notorious Big is just going to destroy the world.
Yeah, it's going to eat the planet.
It's going to realize, hey, this planet's moving pretty fast through this space. I got to destroy it.
And, yeah.
Trish has powers.
And then at the last scene is the boss looking over some pictures on his computer, and then he's like, they can't go to Sardinia because they'll realize the man who took this photo of Trish's mom.
It was me.
It was me.
Not Dio. Because Dio is dead. Yeah, is monologuing about, oh my god, they're gonna figure it out, oh crap. And then a cleaning lady walks in and he just uses his time erase bullshit power to
make it seem like he was never there.
Yeah. To make a poor cleaning lady think she's insane.
Yeah. And that was that, and the other show that's still airing is Shield Hero, of course.
I dig the shit out of the show. It's real cool.
I like Shield Hero. I have fun watching it. We got a new opening. Shows
OP.
that Melty joined the party.
A new challenger has arrived. Melty joins the party. Because basically where we left off, they're like, we're gonna kill a girl. And Shield Hero's like, I'm the Shield Hero, and she's in my party.
And turns out they didn't actually intend to kill her. They just needed to make it look like they just needed Narufumi's group to retaliate to defend her. And then I guess the mages have an ability to doctor the footage that they got, and they show it everywhere, and they made everyone in the Shield Heroes party look crazy and bloodthirsty.
They use magic Photoshop to make everything look all crazy.
They use magic Photoshop to make the whole country hate Narufumi.
So naturally, now Fumi is like, we should leave the country.
Yeah. So now Fumi takes the group, and they're just like, yep, we're just going to get out of here. And as they're trying to leave...
Admittedly, at first, Melty is like, I'm going to go back to the capital and have a talk with my dad about this.
And now Fumi's like, no, everyone's trying to kill you.
Yeah, you'll die. They will kill... You will be killed if you go back.
And she's
there.
like, it's definitely not my dad. And he's like, then it's probably your sister. And she's like, yeah, probably.
Yeah. She's the one who proposes it, too, because
Yeah.
like, if it's not your dad, who is it? And she's like, it's probably my sister, up to no good again.
They ditch their wagon and decide to go through the mountains, and everyone finds them. Like, everybody.
Press F to pay respect for wagon.
Yeah. Everybody finds them. All of the other 3 heroes and mine and a bunch of guards show up.
And they're like, first the heroes take the charge, and they're like, You give that girl over. You give that hostage over, or we're going to slap you.
And now Fumi's like, hey, she asked me to do this. And at first, Bow Guy and Sword Guy are confused. And Motoyasu obviously doesn't believe him at all.
Because he's got his head so far up his ass, he doesn't even know what sunlight looks like.
Yeah. And Melty explains, she's like, I asked the shield hero to do this. And then Mine shows up and she's like, oh, he's got a brainwashing shield. They're all brainwashed.
Don't listen to his lies. We at the 3 Heroes Church, that's another thing we learn about. We learn that the majority religion in this country is the 3 Heroes Church.
Also, I got kind of mad when I found out about that. You know why? That's kind of a How does he not know that? And he's been here for, like, I think a couple of months now. I feel like if
no one's gone into it.
Yeah, I feel like if you showed up in a new world, if I showed up in a new world, I would want to know the fine details of it. Like, hey, what's the religion here?
What's up? Although he didn't even know there were other he didn't know what the surrounding countries were until he was
I feel like that would be something you would want to look into really fast. I get the others because it's a fucking game to them, so they don't really care.
Yeah, but
it's like, we're not playing this for the story.
I don't care about the story. I don't care about lore.
Yeah, I don't care about the lore and story. I'm just in for the gameplay.
It puts other things in perspective because it's like, everyone in this place treats him like shit, and he hasn't even tried to go anywhere else. He hasn't even been like, all right, fuck this country. I'm going to go somewhere else.
There's a country called Shield something or whatever.
And he didn't even try to go there.
Yeah. I wonder what they worship.
Probably the one hero that the 3 Heroes Church doesn't.
Yeah.
So we learn that
It's kind of a weird thing. Hey, we got a world where 4 heroes can be summoned. Let's break it off into sects of which one we worship instead of just fucking all of them.
And not even like half and half or like one in particular. We're going to take 3 out of the 4. We're just going to cut out that other guy.
We're going to purposefully exclude one?
I don't get it. So now Fumi has come up against his greatest adversary, organized religion.
Yeah. And she says that everyone was brainwashed, and that also he must have brainwashed Philo and Raftalia.
Motoyasu's fucking stoked about this because he's like, they don't really hate me. They're just brainwashed. It's fine.
And then Melty's like, she basically Ren says, hey, if you just hand over the princess, everything will be fine. We'll work this out. And then Melty tells Naofumi, don't, because they're going to kill me.
Because immediately after he says this, Mine just like cuddles right up to him, and she's like, thanks, Sword Hero. And then you're such a hero.
And even his face says, huh.
Yeah.
Something's up with this chick.
Because he even asks now, he's like, all right, do you have proof that you haven't brainwashed these people?
Which is pretty bullshit, because how do you really prove that you haven't?
What, are you going to show him your skill tree?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just be like, oh, yeah, it's a fact. He does have a brainwash shield. It's like, I didn't. I don't know how to show you that I did not.
So shit goes south pretty quick.
Yeah, so
Mine fucks things up.
They decide to make a break for it, and as Philo turns into her bird self, Motoyasu got some weird lock thing that he throws on her leg, which forces her back into human mode.
Don't worry, it's a MacGuffin.
Yeah. And
it is an obvious plot device.
And then he creeps on her super hard while she's stuck in little girl form.
Yeah, Motoyasu is a lolicon.
Yep.
Congratulations.
And she's just all scared of him. But then she realizes she got those gloves from the blacksmith dude and just decks him in the face.
Yeah, and then that's fine.
And mine sneaks up on, or Raftalia sneaks up on mine.
Because mine is like...
Mine goes crazy and starts shooting fireballs at Naofumi and Melty. And even Ren's like, hey, I thought you're trying to save your sister. And she's like, nah, if she's brainwashed, she's fucked. She's done.
What the hell is wrong with you? You're going to kill her. You're going to kill the crown princess.
And she's like, yeah, she's brainwashed. Too late. We gotta cut our losses. It's all good.
Gotta wipe her. Can't fix it. Sorry.
Which should be a red flag. Should be, hey, she's going against the thing she just said. Maybe she's the one with the problem.
And mine gets some real big crazy face. There's a lot of red flags in this little section.
Yeah.
So basically, she's like, all right, everybody kill him. And both Ren and Bohiro are kind of like, all right, that's a little extreme, it's a little strange. But they get rushed. Raftalia does Omaiwa Mo Shinderu, and before mine can cast some kind of crazy super magic at him, she stabs her with the mana sword, because Chekhov's gun is still a plot device.
Yep.
And I guess that just, like, sucks all the mana out of her, I guess.
Yeah, it makes it so she can't cast fireballs.
Yeah.
And then they escape, and before they escape, he goes, Ren, you're the only person here with 2 brain cells. Here, and he throws him the...
Figure out the mystery.
Yeah. Hey, he throws him the emblem of, like, the Three Heroes Church. Ren, go read the lore.
Go read the lore booklets. Yeah. You've got the companion guide.
Go watch a lore video.
Go watch a Vati video.
And then he's just like, oh, fuck, I gotta learn about this stupid world. And then they leave.
But I don't want to learn lore. I want to kill dragon.
And then as they get to safety, one of the queen's, like, assassin ladies shows up and says, Shield Hero, you have to meet with the queen, who is in the other direction that you just left from, so you gotta go all the way through the country.
Sorry, guys, but you gotta turn around.
Shit.
Melty, how do you know the country? You got it? You got us?
And then he's like, hey, second princess, can you,
Oh, yeah, they do a thing.
And then she's like, no, call me Melty. And he's like, okay. And he's like, Melty. And she's like, say it again. And he's like, Melty. And she's like, one more time. And he's like, Melty. And then...
Again.
Yeah.
Melty.
And then Raftalia gets upset because, the whole first name basis thing.
First name so quickly, and I'm like, motherfucker, he calls you by your first name every day.
I don't think you have a last name, though, so that's fair.
You have no last name or other title, so I guess that's kind of how that's going to be. But you're already there.
And that's what happens.
And that's that. We have our objective. We have our villain of this section. And yeah, I like this show. It's a good show.
Yeah,
Watch
now time
it.
to switch gears and transition to...
It's awards time.
It's the awards.
That's what that means.
That means it's the awards.
It's awards time.
I didn't want to put in a real trumpet sound effect, so that's going to be it.
That's just going to be it?
That's going to be it.
Not going to edit over that? We're going to...
Nope.
All right, fuck it. Let's do it. We're doing it live.
All right. First, to give some honorable mentions. I will change the backdrop, though, so like it's not going to be just the classroom.
We need a classroom with, like, a trophy poorly photoshopped into frame.
You're asking too much. I'll do like a just a stage or something.
Yeah, give us some nice red curtains or something like that.
Could do some red curtains. That's always nice.
So that's behind the scenes with the protagonist seat. Tune in next week when we give you the awards. All right, so it's next week. We're gonna go into some awards.
All right, so to start off with some honorable mentions, best OST original soundtrack we're gonna give to Asuka.
Yeah, because
Magical Spec Ops Asuka.
We are very clearly not qualified to do any sort of genuine musical analysis of the OSTs of this show.
Yeah, that's not our thing, so we're just gonna say it.
A lot of action scenes are really carried by the music in this show, and we thought it deserved a mention.
Everyone also loves a good train wreck, so best train wreck, Domestic Girlfriend.
Because holy shit.
I like to think of it more as a slow-moving car crash.
It is.
This guy is behind the wheel of his car.
Imagine being T-boned at an intersection. Like, your engine stalls
By
at an
your
intersection, and the other people do like a 7-way pileup, but it takes place at 2 miles an hour. They are just inching towards you. They know.
And you know the other drivers, too. You're, like, locking eyes with them, and you're like, that's my older sister. Oh, that's my younger sister.
Guys, we could totally avoid this. We could just not have this be a thing.
We're on a speaker call with each other, too. We don't have to do this.
Oh, no. We're running into each other. It's an accident. There's nothing we can do.
Oh, it happened. It's just, how can we stop this? It happened.
Oh, no. No, there's still time to avoid disaster. But we can't. We're just crashing.
Up there it goes. Oh, we crashed. It's too late. We crashed.
Poof. And it's just a soft tap, and then they all explode.
Yeah.
It
was fun to watch.
It was fun to watch. This cast of characters almost exclusively make poor decisions for 12 episodes straight.
Yeah. And then we get to see an art team make poor decisions for 12 episodes straight with our next award, our honorable mention award, Best Use of Budget. We mean that as ironically as possible. The Price of Smiles.
This trophy is the most ironic trophy we could ever give anything, because holy shit, this show looks real bad at points. They front-loaded that motherfucker.
We got 5 good episodes, and then the rest, no one has eyes that are on the same line.
We were talking about episodes of quintuplets where Nino has potato face. This is like massive groups of foreground characters that are just, whatever, just like sketch it out.
It looks like it's if someone kind of took everyone's face and just slid their hand across it and just kind of just drooped it a bit.
I accidentally put this person's eye lower. We don't have time in the budget for Control Z. We're going with it. It's fine.
It's just background characters, right? No, this is the foreground characters.
These are people closest to the camera. They might not be the direct focus, but they're in your face.
Hell, there are times when they're direct focus. Like, there are times where Yuki just doesn't look right.
Yeah, it's so bad. Like, come on, guys. Gotta even that shit out. Don't front load your shows, folks. Don't front load them.
Yeah, those were our honorable mentions. Those were the, hey guys, you weren't invited, but it's fine.
We'll send you a letter in the mail with a smiley face.
Even though some of them got nominations for other stuff.
It's an ironic smiley face for some of those too.
And now to the real awards. The OG awards.
The actual things that we genuinely mean to compliment these pieces of media.
If you watched last season, thank you.
Thanks.
One of the 10 people.
You're doing great.
Then, same awards as last season, but we added another one.
Yeah.
Another one.
Another one.
Maybe next season there'll be another one.
And another one.
And another one.
And another one.
And then after it's going to be way too long. It's going to be like, we got to cut out some of these awards.
Holy crap, we're not going to be able to talk about JoJo in this episode. There's too many awards.
Yeah. Some of them are real arbitrary, like Best Fingers.
Best Hands. I do like ironic awards idea or like honorable mentions idea. So we might come up with some more funny ones for next season that'll give you a little chuckle.
And now, on to the awards. I was gonna jump into Duel of the Fates for some reason.
Copyright strikes.
All right. Where do you start but the beginning?
The OP.
The opening.
The best OP.
The best OP.
The best.
The OP. The overpowered opening.
The best OP.
We got 3 contenders for that.
First up, Promised Neverland. I almost just fucking said Price of Smiles.
Now, Promised Neverland.
Promised Neverland.
You gotta take a pause for me so I can edit in the thing.
We're doing it again. I feel like my bumbling and my pointing out of my own bumbling will
Promised Neverland.
Promised Neverland. So fire.
And then imagine like a white glove clap afterwards.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, oh, yes, that's a wonderful, wonderful category.
There he is.
And then Kaguya-sama, Love is War.
It's a Bond opening, basically.
Yeah. Oh, love you, mister! Oh, mister!
It's super funky. I love it.
And I like Domestic Kanojo.
Yeah.
Or Domestic Girlfriend.
It's real good. You got a lady, and she's at a piano in the rain, and she's just...
It's a banger.
He'll play a piece of it.
It slaps.
This one slaps.
It slaps. And the award for Best Opening, I gotta give it, honestly, to Kaguya.
You know,
I like the visuals best. Whereas I like the songs better for Promised Neverland and Domestic Girlfriend. I like the visuals for Kaguya. I think it carries it.
I was having a hard time with this one. I'm giving mine to Promised Neverland because So Fire is a great meme, but B, the opening reminds me of like a good Studio Ghibli film, and it warms my heart. But I will say, in Kaguya's defense, both of these were like, it was a genuinely tough choice. I had a hard time.
Yeah, I think what holds Domestic Girlfriend back is I like the song, but the visuals are just kind of so-so.
Yeah.
I do like the woman on the piano, though.
Yeah. So, in summation, mine goes to Promised Neverland, which was neck and neck with your choice, Kaguya-sama. But I liked it a little bit more, even though I loved both of them. They're both great.
We got a split opinion right at the beginning.
Dissonance in the protagonist seat.
This is the last episode of this show.
Sorry,
I'm
guys.
quitting because of this. How could he not pick Kaguya?
He doesn't even... I was almost about to jokingly say he doesn't even like Yotsuba, but like I do really like Yotsuba.
Yotsuba is an angel.
She's real good, but in terms of we'll get to that category. We're skipping ahead too much.
Best ED.
Ending. Where to end, but the ED.
Yeah, which we're not ending on.
Surprise that we didn't plan that out very well, but you know what? Music stuff first.
And once again, The Promised Neverland.
Because it's pretty solid.
Kaguya-sama.
You got the interesting visuals of the 1920s planes and junk.
And the quintessential quintuplets.
I just really like the song.
Yeah.
I love the shit out of the song of this one.
This one was hard because I really didn't like any of the endings that much this season.
Yeah.
We didn't have like Buntline Special like last season.
Buntline Special. My pick every year. We give it back to Buntline Special. Giving Double Decker the love it deserves. Yeah, but overall, the EDs were fine. There weren't really any that were like great.
So if you had to give it to one, what would you give it to?
Mine is Quintuplets, just because I really like the song. I think it was probably, out of any show, I'd say I think it was the only show that I fairly consistently watched the ending of.
I will give it to The Promised Neverland, because I actually like that one.
I like that one too.
Yeah, I like the visuals.
It's interesting, and it also changes once the kids, I think they like, I forget what the point is, but there's like one distinct point right towards the end where it changes pretty good.
You can see Little Ray in it.
Little Ray, because he's the most relevant boy.
Yeah. Well, again, split opinion.
Only pure relevance. But like, these are passive split opinions.
Yeah.
Except this one.
Best girl.
Best grill.
Best grill.
This one is not passive.
This is not a passive at all.
We actually literally fist fight over these.
So this one has a bigger list, naturally. We have Raftalia.
Kawaii Raccoon Girls.
From Shield Hero.
You
don't need to take a pause for these ones because I'm just going to put the picture up.
It's just a picture. It's fine.
Kurumi from Magic Girl Spec Ops.
You got Spooky Nurse Lesbian.
Yeah, Spooky Nurse Lesbian.
Totally legit on the list.
Momo from Domestic Girlfriend.
She's a little bit damaged, but she's just a girl who's looking for love.
Yeah, she's just, you know what? Damaged goods are still good.
Still goods. You know, she's just, my heart goes out towards you, Momo.
And we got Yotsuba.
She is a good best friend.
From the quintessential quintuplets. And she is not the only one we picked because me and Ian have made it very clear that we both have favorite girls from this show.
Can you guess what mine's gonna be? Is Miku.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be Nino.
Yeah, fucking surprise upset. Nino bursts into the awards ceremony. No, it's Miku. You got the cute girl with the tights, and she's got the love of Japanese history, and she's got the headphones. I think I spoiled mine.
Let's not beat around the bush here. Yours is Miku.
Mine is Miku.
And mine is Yotsuba.
Yeah.
She is an angel. See, she constantly sacrifices her own happiness for those around her.
Yeah, but like she's not my type. I got it. I'm laying it down on the table. She's not my type.
I like that high energy. You like that low energy.
I like the low energy. Two sides of the same coin. If you're surprised by that, you probably haven't been watching the rest of the season.
Yeah, we have made it very clear. I have made sure I posted tons of Yotsuba memes on the Twitter.
This is probably like the easiest one to guess our wins for. But anyway.
Maybe we'll finally agree on Best Boy.
Best Boy.
We have 3 choices for you here. Norman from The Promised Neverland.
Smartest boy. Always playing like 6,000 D chess.
Commander Nick Fury or Izuka from Magic Girl Spec Ops.
He's an old soldier, so he knows how it works. But now he's got to lead a team.
And Fumiya from Domestic Girlfriend. best friend guy.
Best friend man who just watches his friend destroy himself and then comes in and is like,
it's like,
listen.
He's the person with the car crash analogy before. He's on the sidewalk going, go around, pull over, just do something, get out of the way.
Back up, do anything. You don't have to. This is totally avoidable.
I just can't. I got my foot already on the gas.
It's too late. It's not even on the gas.
All of these guys are great, but there's one person specifically I think I got to give it to.
Yeah.
I like Fumiya. He's a cool friend character.
He's a cool guy.
He's a side character. He's just friend guy.
He deserves a shout out for being a cool side character.
He's a shout out. I like Nick Fury Izuka. I like how he's putting together the Magic Girl Avengers.
Also a good side character who needs a shout out.
Yeah. And then Norman.
The smartest boy.
Norman out fucking plays everybody from Beyond.
Yeah, like
Norman is just great.
He plans so far in advance and accounts for so much shit that he could be dead. He could be absent, and his plan still goes off the way he intends.
Ray's the smart guy, and he outplays Ray.
He outplays Ray. He outplays Ray while being absent.
Yeah, he outplays Ray without even being there. He saw Ray's plan months in advance and was like, oh, this is what he's going to do, and here's what you should do.
Like, there's no other. Norman, you won. You won us over, boy.
You win, Norman.
You're the smartest boy. You know what? Norman probably already knew he was going to win. He saw in advance.
That's why Norman isn't here today to, like, accept this award.
His award. He was like, don't worry.
Yeah,
I already know I won. Norman already had the trophy.
Yeah, he showed up, took it, left.
Oh.
And we got a new one this year. Technically this year.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a new year.
It is this year.
We have Best Antagonist.
Because who deserves more of a shout-out than the person you're supposed to hate?
Yeah, this is the protagonist seat. We gotta make the antagonist seat.
This is the person who gets sent to the principal's office for drawing on the desks.
Unless, like, the protagonist is that type of person where he's like, he's a really cool guy and he doesn't school, but, like, he's really strong and he cares about his friends.
And the villain's not that kind of person and is just like a weird, shady manipulator.
Yeah. We have Isabella from The Promised Neverland.
Also, another character who plays intense levels of 4D chess.
Mine from Shield Hero.
Fucking hate that bitch.
Yeah, fuck mine.
Fuck off.
And Abby from the Babel Brigade.
Babel Brigade.
From Magic Girl Spec Ops. Basically, 3 bad ladies.
We got 3 bad ladies begging for our punishment.
We got the real spice ladies.
Yeah. Callbacks.
Abby was just a crazy bitch.
Yeah.
But, like, she fucked a lot of stuff up. She cut off tomboy friend's arm. She was just all around crazy.
And yet I did like the contrast of, like, this person is incredibly evil and has an incredibly evil BDSM magic girl outfit. She still goes through the same transformation, though. It's still, like, that old, Sailor Moon level shit.
Mine's just awful, and I hate her. Like, she's good because I hate her, and that's the intent, but...
Mine is, like, she is excellently designed as a villain.
She is perfectly made to hate.
You love to hate her.
And then you got Isabella.
She's a little more complex.
Yeah. She's like, oh man, she's the bad guy and you want to hate her. But at the same time...
You learn about her and you're like, actually, this is kind of a tragic villain.
Yeah. She's only in that position because she's kind of forced into it. It was either that or be dead.
Unlike... our plucky protagonists, she gave up.
Yeah.
She surrendered to the system.
And you can tell she actually cares about the kids. It's just she thinks...
There's no other way.
There's no other way, so it's better not even to try. And then when she sees them succeed at the end, she's
relieved.
Yeah.
There's relief.
It's like, they're not going to get eaten, so let's hope they just
You
they
do
survive.
it, kids. You do it, you little bastards.
So yeah, Isabella's our winner.
Yeah, Isabella wins.
Yeah, without a doubt.
We talked the most about her. It should be pretty obvious.
Yeah, that's how that works.
Man.
We usually go in, like, descending order of importance.
Yeah, not this time. But with the best antagonist, naturally, we transition somewhat clumsily and a little bit extra drawn out, just for a little bit extra flavor.
Yeah, because the show uses, the title of the show uses that word, so we got to really amp up this one specifically.
Exactly. It's the best protagonist. Who sits in the protagonist seat this season?
Technically, only Asuka.
Technically only Asuka. But who sits in our particular metaphorical protagonist seat?
We got Asuka from Magic Girl Spec Ops Asuka. And
The grizzled old soldier.
we got Emma from The Promised Neverland.
The smart girl who you don't suspect. You don't suspect her to be the smart girl.
And now Fumi from Rising of the Shield Hero.
Our jaded boy who's just trying to make ends meet.
Who is going to be our protagonist? Every one of these characters brings something I like.
Yeah.
Like Emma, I didn't actually like Emma that much throughout the earlier half of the show. I didn't dislike her. I just thought Ray and Norman were way more interesting. And then at the end, when she does that complete flip around after she gets her leg broken, where you're like, oh, Emma's given up. And no, she's been doing all this shit under Ray's nose.
Because they say at the beginning, Emma, right off the bat, she's not as smart as everyone else. But, she's good at learning.
She's in the top 3, but yeah, it's just the power gap between Ray and Norman's just larger.
Yeah. Technically, she is the lower end, but she's a quick mind. She learns quickly. And you know what? That's what she does. And she's plucky. She's the plucky young protagonist.
She's a good leader. She's good at organizing all the other kids.
Yeah.
Now, Asuka gives me that grizzled war veteran feeling, which I like. She is an action movie protagonist.
She is our 80s action hero. She can't go through it, but she's just got to give one more hour.
She wants out of that life, but it keeps pulling her back in.
Other 80s action movie tropes.
Yeah.
That are great.
And all of that stuff just happens. I like her a lot, although a lot of the times I feel like that is her entire character for the most part.
Yeah.
Where it's just, she's a tired girl that wants to just have a normal life.
Yeah. She doesn't get to experience that.
I actually find Kurumi a little bit more fascinating, just in the sense of how, like, Kurumi's one of the good guys, and she's real fucked.
Yeah, she definitely has a lot more depth to her character.
Mm-hmm.
But it's you always root for the 80s action movie hero. You want Arnie to bust into that compound.
To be fair, I guess she has as much character as they do as well. They just need to step up when the time comes, and she always does.
You always root for Arnie to shoot up that compound in a tank top.
Yeah.
And just blow up a bunch of Colombians.
Or Stallone to shoot up another compound, but with a bandana.
Or for Steven Seagal to kick a whole bunch...
Steven Seagal.
Yeah.
Yeah, action movie hero, Steven Seagal.
I mean, I could have gone with Jean-Claude Van Damme or Dolph Lundgren or literally anyone better.
I would have rather Jean-Claude.
I mean, Jean-Claude has the splits. He does the splits.
He does the splits.
And he's real good at it.
Do you think Steven Seagal can do splits?
I don't think Steven Seagal can lift his leg up that high. It's cause he's meme worthy that I always think of him. I love him because he's meme worthy.
Imagine the show, but like a live action version, and Steven Seagal
as
plays
Asuka.
No, he wouldn't play as that. Imagine him as like Izuka.
Now all I'm picturing is fucking Steven Seagal in the Japanese schoolgirl uniform with like a poorly matched gray wig on. Oh God. Oh, it's too good.
And now Fumi, who, you know what? I'm glad he is the way he is.
He is a jaded man.
He's enough of a cynic where he's not like an edgelord where it's like I don't care about anyone, because he still has that hero side of him.
He wants to do good. He, at his core, is a good person, but the rest of the world just shat on him. So he got that crusty outer shell.
Because he always acts like an asshole at first, where he, you know, tells people it's going to cost them or like they need to trade him something of value. And usually he ends up either not taking it or it spins it in another way that it's actually like beneficial to them.
Like when all those jobbers were like, hey,
yeah, we want to join you. And he's like, okay, it'll be like 50 silver pieces.
Yeah, pay me 50 silver for this useless trinket.
And they do, and then he goes, okay, here, also use keep the 50 silver and buy yourself better equipment.
Yeah, I can't be constantly forced to protect you when the wave hits.
Yeah.
This...
And I like those little moments where you see him, where he's working on the jewelry for Raftalia and Philo, but he does it, like, at night while they're sleeping.
Yeah. I like the moments... The moments where now there's so many moments where he's cynical about stuff, and it makes the moments where he actually smiles so much more impactful.
Because it feels like it's earned. He's usually always in a bad mood, but when there's things that make him happy, it feels good. Like, hey, he deserves that.
Yeah, he is just overall a very well written character with a lot of good depth.
So I am going to throw my hat in there for my protagonist of the season, Naofumi.
I also give mine to Naofumi, our boy, the rising shield hero.
And we get to spend another, 12 episodes or so with him.
And we're both good with that.
Yeah, I am fine with that.
It's a good show.
Keep it coming.
You got a good protagonist. You got good side characters. Even the villains are well written to hate very well. You hate them because you're supposed to hate them.
Yeah, and it's got that dumb isekai thing going on, but you know, it's fun this time.
It does it in a unique way that is also not a unique way, and it's weird.
Because I really didn't like reincarnated as a slime. Because they both have the skill tree thing, but it feels more. I don't know, when he gets something,
they wrote it so... Actually, I think I've pinpointed it with this series. Normally with an isekai, your main character gets isekai'd, and then they just get everything. Things are just given to them.
Yeah.
You know? You're in this world, oh, you got your smartphone, so you know everything, and God made you super good at magic, so, like, you're the best magician. But with this one...
Yeah, he has to...
He has to earn it.
And he put way more into his shield than the other heroes did their weapons.
We, the audience, see the other heroes being given everything. But then we follow the one hero who needs to actually earn everything.
And I like that contrast where he's not the only person being isekai'd, which is how it normally goes. He's one of 4.
Exactly. And you would think they would all be a party, but no, they are not a party.
Mm-hmm.
They are all doing very disparate things only until they're like, people show up and are like, hey, you guys should go fight the shield hero because he's big, shitty. And then they show up and he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. It's good. It's a well-written show.
It's good. And to transition to the biggest award of them all, the anime of the season. Last time, it was Double Decker, Doug and Kirill. What's it going to be this time? Well,
who got top marks in class?
We have 3 finalists. The Promised Neverland, Rising of the Shield Hero, and Kaguya-sama, Love is War.
This is hard. All of these shows were shows that I genuinely fell in love with for their duration.
To give it a full breakdown of each one, I thought The Promised Neverland was amazing. Like, it had every scene the cinematography in that show was great. Every shot felt uncomfortable, where it always felt like they were being watched, and that was just so good.
It was
Everything was uncomfortable. Like those POV hallway shots.
Yeah. Those are genuinely unnerving.
Because you don't know who it is until they reveal it after.
Or like when Emma's looking at the wall of pictures, and then all of a sudden Mom is just sitting there right behind her like, hey, what's wrong, Emma?
I loved the POV shot because that was done during a time where we didn't know who the traitor was.
Exactly.
So it just was like, who is it? And then if it cuts to like, oh, it's showing Gilda, does that mean it's her?
Exactly. And that's another thing about this show. It is so well written to the point where it almost constantly pulls the rug out from under you, but it doesn't feel like it's doing that in that stupid bullshit way where it's like, well, of course the plan was different. It was like, oh, we saw Norman going over his plan to catch the traitor from the traitor's perspective.
Yeah.
So that later we learn that, oh, Norman actually, it makes sense.
It switches perspectives enough where it was like, oh, that easily could have happened. We just didn't see it because we were following this character.
Exactly. Where, like, during the section where we're led to believe that Ray and Emma have given up, that's largely told from Isabella's perspective and basically a time lapse.
Yeah.
She's so busy watching them, and us, the audience, are so busy watching them, we don't see everything behind the scenes going on.
Because we don't see that Don and Gilda are being used by Emma to still train the kids.
And it's well written in a good way.
Mm-hmm. And we kind of just went on about Shield Hero and what makes Shield Hero good and what makes it work.
Yeah.
But yeah, to basically reiterate, I think it's neat the whole multiple people get isekai'd, and he's the one that has to sort of work for everything.
It's a isekai told in a different way.
Yeah, and even then, he's not OP, because he's just got a shield.
He has basically no offensive power.
I mean, he does now, but it's weird. It's like because he has those snake things, he has Iron Maiden, he has the Rage Shield.
Rage Shield crawling in my skin. Kaguya-sama. We'll move on.
And Kaguya, I liked it. It was good.
It's genuinely enjoyable to watch two people try and outplay each other over something genuinely mundane.
I will say that personally for me, I kind of got tired of it near the end. I don't know, because I think the bit was kind of... It
definitely ended at the right point.
Yeah, I don't think I could have gone more than the 12 episodes that we did. Like, I definitely, if there was ever a season 2, I'd be like, really?
Yeah.
I feel good on that.
They would need to definitely throw in
because I know the manga is longer, but I just still...
It would need to throw in new elements to keep it fresh.
Like, I'm glad we got Ishigami when we did, because he did shake things up.
Yes.
Because it was becoming a lot of just Shirogane and Kaguya both try to do a thing, and then Chika messes the whole thing up, and it resets, and then no one wins the end.
And then we started getting more long-form stories where it was still sectioned into 3 segments, but it was telling a broader story over the episode.
Yeah, kind of in the last 3, I think.
Yeah. But watching these people interact is genuinely enjoyable for the time. You come along on this journey with them, and you get to see them grow and advance, and you get to see Ishigami fuck something up and leave early. And
except for that one time that he didn't.
Yeah, except for the one time he came in the clutch.
Yeah, I think it's just a nice show.
It's a nice show that's enjoyable to watch. So if you're looking for something that's just something nice to watch, you can watch the season, then you're all good. Kaguya-sama, bro.
There you go.
But I think we should probably give out the Gilded Trophy.
Yes, the gold medal.
The Golden Ruler.
He gets to go sit up next to Double Decker.
Yeah. You get to sit next to freaking royalty, dude. two-time trophy winner Double Decker. Winner of
It's
both.
winning this season, too.
Winner
It
of...
had those 3 extra episodes that came out, so bam, it's officially part of winter.
Exactly.
Yep.
We got 'em.
Surprise, got you guys. Double Decker wins.
You didn't see it from behind the scenes because we were playing Norman-level plays.
We were playing 5D chess.
We were playing Fire D chess.
Fire.
It's on fire.
All right.
Yeah, we should actually give out the award.
We should say it at the same time because we haven't discussed in advance what we're going to give.
No, so this is going to be exciting.
All
My
right.
pulse is pounding.
3, 2, 1. Shield
Promise
Hero.
Neverland.
Damn. We gave it to 2 different... We got 2 winners.
We got 2 winners this season. Congratulations, guys. You did it.
2 winners. I'm taking a gamble and backing a show that isn't finished, but for the season that we watched it in, I've enjoyed it thoroughly so far. I look forward to watching it every time it comes up.
Me too.
I think The Promised Neverland, I'll give it this, is a better show, but I don't necessarily just give the award away for being the better show. I normally do it for more what I enjoy the most.
In those terms, I had a hard time, actually in any terms, I had a hard time picking between these 2 shows.
Yeah, it was a toss-up for me because, again, I really did like The Promised Neverland. I thought it was, like, every episode had me on the edge of my seat, but I looked forward to Shield Hero more every week where I'm like, oh, what's going to happen this week?
That's true.
I'm like, is Motoyasu going to get punched in the dick again?
Yes, the answer is probably yes.
Yes.
And it's always fun to watch.
It's always great. He needs more, like, kicks to the dick.
You...
He hasn't had enough.
You definitely, those of you listening at home or work or, I don't know, on the bus, using up all your data, listening to our podcast, what are you doing? That's crazy.
Yeah, this is on YouTube because, you got to stream that shit.
Yeah, you got to stream that shit.
I don't know how YouTube Red works. It's always asking me if I want to try, but I always say no.
Me too. But I gave it to Promise Neverland because, as you said, I picked the objectively better show, even though I loved both of them, because I really did look forward to watching both of these shows during the week. I loved watching characters develop, and I gotta say, this show hooked me hard because I was like, all right, things are looking bad. How we gonna spin this, fam? What's been going on? What haven't I seen?
I enjoyed every episode had a cliffhanger that felt like I actually got something, and it wasn't just like... It wasn't like Price of Smiles where it's like, oh, they're gonna fight next week. Oh, yeah, they did, but
it kind of...
someone you didn't care about died.
Yeah, it kind of. Something kind of... Yeah, it's... Everything in both of these shows is incredibly well earned. And you should watch both of them because they are great.
Yeah, so Protagonist seat history being made. It's still early, so technically everything's history.
History being made. We got the second season. We got 2 shows. We got the duos.
Yeah,
That's
the
how
second season had 2 winners.
That's how it be.
Yeah, so we got now the gold trophies, Double Decker, and instead of getting one companion, it's now got 2. It's got The Promised Neverland and The Rising of the Shield Hero.
Yeah. You
And
guys don't even have to share.
And then Shield Hero's gonna go downhill for the rest of this, and then I'm gonna have to like eat crow and be like, yeah, maybe it wasn't worth picking that early for the winter show of the season. But I don't care because I've enjoyed it thoroughly up to this point. I'm considering the rest of it. That's part of spring 2019.
I would be genuinely taken aback if this show took like that harsh of a downturn in the second season. Just because it seems like the people who are writing this they're too competent to do that. It feels like if it was to take a super downward turn, they would just have to scrap their whole writing team.
They're basing it off of the light novel, but apparently it was a web novel first, which already finished, but they've deviated from the plot of that. So it's a series that's already been finished, but they're kind of doing a different rewrite of it.
That's good.
So they have an idea of obviously
where it's gonna go.
Yeah, but again, they'll do something different than it because I think it's already gone a different direction.
Good, I like that.
And then when are we gonna get the Spear Hero series, because apparently there is a Motoyasu spin-off manga.
I would probably watch that.
I would too, just because
they're probably gonna wait till this one's over and then be like, "How did that do? Pretty good? Yeah, we'll fund it."
Yeah, Philo's in it, and people like Philo.
Motoyasu really fucking likes Philo.
Yeah, to a not okay amount.
Someone's
got to talk.
Someone's got to be like, cool it, fam.
Come on, man. But yeah, thank you for joining us for Winter 2019.
An exciting, pulse-pounding awards show. Another season wrapped up. We'll close the door on that classroom and lock it forever.
Yeah, and then we'll come back as spring appears and the sakura trees blossom.
And we'll be drawn into a savage death game where we'll need to look into the histories of the older classrooms.
Yeah, no, it's not. We're not doing anything.
No, we're not doing like that.
But now we gotta do something even worse and watch everything.
Yeah.
We gotta spend this next week watching everything, so when next week rolls around, we have an accurate list of what we're picking.
Yeah, so join us next week as we are horribly and brutally spiritually beaten down by garbage that we need to consume.
But we'll have 8 more shows to talk about.
Yeah, because this is important to be stated. We are bringing forward JoJo, of course, and Rising of the Shield Hero.
And this will be the last season of JoJo.
Goodbye, JoJo.
Well, not
for a
forever,
little bit.
But like for part 5, I think this is the last stretch.
Yeah, it's in its twilight years.
Yeah, we're nearing the end. We're facing off against the boss. We're almost done.
Yeah. So join us next week. We'll give you the rundown on the shows we're going to be talking about. Maybe we'll have some amusing anecdotes of garbage. I don't know.
We'll see you in the spring.
Goodbye.
See you later.
Subscribe. Hold on. Hold on. We forgot to do the.
Yeah, don't go anywhere just yet. Hey.
We forgot to do.
Come here.
We forgot.
Come on. Come back.
No, sit down.
No.
Don't click off the page. Don't click off that page.
Yeah, there's still. We should mention our Twitter.
We forgot to pimp our shit.
Yeah, we gotta pimp our shit. Sit down while we pimp.
Sit down while we pimp our shit.
Hey, because pimping is hard.
Pimping is the hard life.
Pimping ain't easy.
See? Look at that good banter you would have missed. Look at that good banter you would have missed if you didn't sit down and listen to us pimp our shit.
Yeah, you want to hear more of that good banter? Subscribe to our YouTube channel.
It'll give you automatic notifications.
Ring that bell.
Ring that bell.
Or check out our Twitter at Protagonist Seat.
It's where we also post updates to our stuff.
Okay, now you can leave.
All right, now we're good.
Yeah, it's good.
Bye.
Get out.